The Alphafly 3 is the most sought-after shoe on the market, but is it really the best? In January, Nike released 3,800 pairs of its long-awaited Alphafly 3 in what had to be the most chaotic shoe release of all time. They sold out in just a minute, and then people started reselling them at crazy prices. Running was having its own Taylor Swift Eras Tour moment, and somehow I managed to get my hands on a pair of shoes. Not tickets. In this video, I'm going to share why they feel different from the Alphafly 2s, whether or not I think the Alphafly 3s are the best shoes in the world, and also why I think Nike has something else in store for us this year. The last time I was this excited to test out a pair of shoes is when Nike released its original Alphafly 1s, the shoes that Alex Kipchoge wore when breaking 2 hours. They were pink and white and loud, and these ones just feel completely different. Now, they have the wear test iteration number right on their side, and because of that they feel somewhat incomplete, if not cryptic. I think the colorway is called Orange Illuminati. Now, I love their understated look. Our writers Jesse Carveth and Michael Doyle called it not ugly. Not ugly, come on. These are downright hot. I actually like this version more than the colorway Nike plans to release in April, which they're calling Volt Dusty Cactus. Who names these things? So on the sexy scale, I give these shoes an 8.5 out of 10, just because they're not trying so hard. Brass tacks, how do they differ from the Alphafly 2s? Well, the biggest difference is that Nike got rid of the break in their bottom, which made it feel like you were standing on 2 tiny platforms instead of 1. This new version has a continuous lower meant to improve balance, and they also have a bit more grip at the bottom. These are good moves. Last year I raced in the Alphafly 2s and kind of felt like Bambi on stilts because of the 2 separate pods underneath me. Another positive from a continuous bottom is the longer carbon fiber fly plate that extends through the midfoot, meant to keep the arch stable and encourage a midfoot landing. The fly plate comes embedded in a slightly updated network of ZoomX foam and Air Zoom pods. These mini trampolines here, supposedly designed to improve propulsion and energy return. Nike also widened the last, which I quite like. Now, I don't have a wide foot, I buy regular D-width shoes, but I found that the Alphafly 2 hugged my inner arches a bit too much and caused some pain after workouts and races, and apparently that was a common problem. Then, there is the upper, with new, more malleable Flyknit yarn and a redesigned lacing system. And all those changes together make it 15% lighter than the Alphafly 2. Now, I'll go out and say this shoe is the best Alphafly yet, but is it the best shoe in the world? After watching last year's Chicago Marathon, where Kelvin Kiptum won in a world record time of 2 hours and 35 seconds in an Alphafly 3 prototype, and Sifan Hassan won the women's race wearing the same shoe, I was tempted to say yes, but both times arguably, pale in comparison to Tigst Assefa's world record breaking performance in Berlin. Her time of 2:11:53 is still nearly 2 full minutes faster than any other woman has ever run. And what was she wearing? Right, let's not call it a super shoe, but a hyper shoe. The Adidas Pro Evo 1. A feather-light, stormtrooper-looking racing shoe valued at $500 and good for just 1 marathon. By some metrics, like weight, it puts the Alphafly 3 to shame. But the Alphafly 3 is far more durable. Nike claims it keeps its bounce for 250 miles, or roughly 10 marathons. I haven't run 10 marathons in it yet, but if you've managed to secure a pair of Alphafly 3s and have taken them through the ringer, let us know in the comments how they hold up. But even aside from these one-and-done Adidas hyper shoes, can the Alphafly 3s dominate the rest of the shoe game? I'm not so sure. Let's look at 2 major American races that have happened since their release on January 4th, the Houston Marathon and the US Olympic Marathon Trials. Out of 12 podium finishers, 4 wore Asics, 3 wore Puma, and only 2 wore Nike. It's also to note that Galen Rupp, arguably Nike's top athlete at the US Olympic Trials, opted to wear what looked like a pair of original Alphafly 1s in the black and green. This parody on the results sheet may be due to the fact that when we look at weight and stack height, there isn't much difference between the Alphafly 3 and some of its main competitors. They aren't particularly lighter than its counterparts. In fact, they're quite ordinary in this metric. Now, I can't help but wonder, if Nike's edge in the shoe world appears to be gone, could they be planning a new shoe release soon? Look, The Alphafly 3 is a hit, merging high performance and durability better than maybe every other shoe in the world. But can we expect Nike to sit around as Adidas churns out these world-beating, super light, one-and-done racing shoes? No. Nike wants to dominate. So that's why I wouldn't be surprised if eventually, maybe even in this calendar year, Nike comes out with their own hypershoe. And if that happens, what does that make the Alphafly? Compared to those prospective Nike hypershoes, the Alphafly 3s will feel like a good bang for your buck and risk becoming the every person shoe that we wear for workouts and races, perhaps for seasons on end. But for that, they need to become more available. Until their next batch hits the market in April, the Alphafly 3 remains super rare, expensive, and kinda cultish. They really are the Taylor Swift tickets of running. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, feel free to like and subscribe to this channel.